How's it going? Just getting situated with you as usual. Gonna offer you some sage and then we'll get into the message. Well, always after a little bit of Reiki. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. My name is Julia Rose. I'm a psychic medium and Reiki master, channeler, and I guess plenty of other stuff. Most of all, just a person. These days, at least. So. Welcome in, everyone. Adelia, Malik, hello, good morning. Okay. There we go. Setting the space. Ah, wow. Okay, y'all have been angsty as fuck. I don't know how many of you. I don't know under what circumstances, but I'm here to talk about the tough feelings today, okay? We usually go pretty deep into the uncomfy stuff, so if you're new here, welcome. Happy you made it in. Oh, I got you, Malik. Cynthia, hello. Yeah, I'm a little early today because I'm traveling and I had an unintentional time conflict. So thank you for coming out at this especially early hour, at least for me it is. Okay, if you are open to receiving this Reiki energy healing, we're going to start with tapping in with a 5, 6, 7. Tapping in with a 5, 6, 7. Tapping in with a 5, 6, 7. And I just want to apologize for any background noise because there are things that I don't have control over here in this space. So thank you for bearing with me. Lisa, hello. Ashta, hello. Okay. We're going to be doing the energy healing today with the Apache Tears. It's probably my favorite variety of obsidian. And if you're just hopping in here and you're open to receiving this Reiki energy healing, we're tapping in with a 5, 6, 7. Tarun, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Tapping in with a 5, 6, 7. Christopher, hello. Tapping in with a 5, 6, 7. Y'all know me. I'm in Aries and Aries energy, so it's not the time to be testy. Five, 6, 7. If you're open to receiving this Reiki energy healing. Hello, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, tapping in with the Apache Tears, sending all of this positive. Deirdre, hello. You don't believe in stones? Okay, well, you're welcome to stay, you're welcome to go. God bless you either way. The Apache Tears Obsidian is an amazing, amazing absorbing energy for negativity, and it also is very soothing to those experiencing significant grief. So I feel like there's a lot of hurt, a lot of discomfort, and again, with the triggers, I know we're out of the Mercury retrograde energy. We're still in post-shadow a little bit here, and we're finally on the other side of eclipse season, but that stuff is deep and it reaches very far. So hello, welcome in, everyone. If you're open to receiving this energy healing, we're tapping in with a 567. Not your typical ascending number, but this is not your typical message and not your typical channel. So y'all know I love you. Welcome in, welcome in. Divine Times, welcome in. All right, we're gonna do a little bit more of the energy healing today with the crystal energy. Janine, welcome in. Tapping in with a 567 if you're open to receiving this positive Reiki healing energy with the Apache Tears crystal healing. Okay, I feel like I just have to get right into the message because Spirit's already smacking me with things, okay? One of which is some of you don't even recognize yourselves when you look in the mirror anymore. I'm going to have to say that again. You do not even recognize yourself anymore when you look in the mirror because of how quickly you have grown and evolved. And this also feels like a lot of you not really being able to fathom how much you've grown past the people that you used to be very connected to. So Spirit today wanted me to talk about guilt. What does guilt mean when you're becoming someone new? What does it indicate, and is it necessary? So this might be a continued conversation from a live stream a while back I did about survivor's guilt. But we'll definitely be working with elements of that conversation here today. So I feel like a lot of you have been incredibly frustrated with your progress. It's like things were moving so fast and now it's just kind of reached a plateau. And I want you to know that's not really true. It's just that Spirit is taking a brief pause so that you can see fully and completely everything that you have worked through. So you can really understand the power and the depth of everything that you have been able to alchemize. So a lot of you recovering from abuse, leaving behind addictions, getting clean. I just gotta put do not disturb on because I apologize, brief interruption. But that's how it's been too with trying to articulate this message to you. There's been distraction after distraction, interruption after interruption, and I feel like that's kind of the energy right now that's forcing you to figure out how you're gonna handle yourself when you're feeling hot-headed. And that's why things aren't moving too fast, because the reality of the situation is that you're not always going to have periods of your life that are smooth sailing completely. There's always going to be things that don't go the way that you expect. There's always going to be something that makes a mess out of things. And I'm not trying to create that for you. I'm telling you what Spirit has been smacking into me and has asked me to tell you. 11:11 on my clock. So how does this all relate to guilt? How does this all relate to survivor's guilt and bringing things full circle? Well, you're opening your mind to perceive that growth is good. And when you're faced with a blast from the past, however that might appear to you, you feel an inherent sense of guilt. But where is this coming from? What does it mean? And does it actually serve you? This guilt comes from feeling ashamed for having changed. I know some of you might be connected with certain people or places from your past that you can feel the, shall I say, the shade that they're throwing. Whether they throw it consciously, or it's a subconscious vibe that you're picking up of, well, who do you think you are? You think you're better than me? You think you're better than us? You think you're better than this? But it's never been about you thinking that you're better than somebody else. If anything, it guts you when you feel people saying that kind of stuff about you. It's that your perspective on growth and evolution is quite different from their perspective. And that's okay. You have reached a point, or at some point in the past, you reached a point where you were like, shit, I gotta change. Something's gotta give. That was never about anybody else. That was never about you judging or losing love for the people that you were connected to at that time. It was a matter of life and death. Something's gotta give. Otherwise, I'm really gonna spiral out here. And that's not a decision you made based on other people, and it's not something you have to feel guilty for. The yearning and motivation to survive is very powerful. And that's not something you need to feel guilty for. You don't have to feel guilty for changing, for wanting to be a different version of yourself, for wanting to do new things and associate with different types of people. For people that don't have contracts to move through things the way that you do, that can be very threatening, but they were also in contract to learn from you. Some of you came from very, very, very dark spaces and places, and nobody thought that, if anyone, that it would be you to survive and turn your life around. And the fact that you have 12/12, the fact that you broke out of those timelines and completely, I mean, for some of you, it feels like radicalized your life. You completely let go of your old belief system and your old identity to become someone new. That took so much strength and sacrifice. And it's been a conversation too, where you've kind of been back and forth. Well, is it easier to stay the same, or is it easier to change? I mean, I can't know what that is for you. But for you, I know Spirit has been telling me that change wasn't a choice. For you, evolving was the easier option once things started to really become clear to you. So I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. Hello, welcome in, fam. Thank you, Echo Soul. Okay. So why do you feel guilty for not wanting to suffer the way that you used to? Why do you feel guilty for wanting to see what else is out there? Of course you owed it to yourself to try. And you're so powerful and strong to be able to act on that. To put yourself beyond the comfort zone of what you know, whether or not that's comfortable or actually serving you, because it's repetitive and on autopilot. It's a sense of comfort because it's effortless. That doesn't mean it's easy. Every one of you that have broken out of addictions and abusive relationships know that. To sacrifice your old identity for peace of mind and peace of spirit, that's way more inspiring to people than you realize. So, again, we're coming back to this sense of guilt. The guilt that you feel when you see that people that you were very close to haven't evolved, that they're stuck in the same patterns. The guilt that you feel when that is mirrored back to you is a subconscious projection that actually doesn't come from you. People feel ashamed that they don't even know where to start. And that's not about you. It's just a reflection that you shine back at them. So for those of you feeling guilty for dedicating yourselves to a new mission, a new life, a new purpose, it's not something that you have to feel guilty or ashamed about. Please honor the past versions of yourself for having the strength and commitment to you, your present day self, which was then, at that time, your future self. Please thank that past version of yourself for committing to something new. Okay? You have nothing to be ashamed about. You have nothing to feel guilty for, because this is your life. This is your path. This is your journey. If people are triggered by that, they're triggered by that. If people are inspired by that, they're inspired by that. But that's honestly not about you. That's where your purpose as a mirror comes into play. I mean, it's like painting your bedroom walls from blue to gray or black to pink. Like, just that subtle shift changes everything. Well, thank you, Lavanya. I appreciate that. So, Spirit just wanted me to come out today and talk about guilt. Survivor's guilt. You didn't leave them behind. As much as you might feel like that, you didn't leave anyone behind. You stepped out of an old vortex. You stepped out of an old identity, and that old identity still very much exists for the people that were associated with that identity. Okay? Mandy, I'm happy that this resonates with you. You're welcome. It's like when people go from like being religion averse to being seriously spiritual, or being strictly religious and go into a more flexible, etheric, esoteric approach. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. So, like, some of you might feel like you owe people explanations. You don't. If you wanted to do something because you felt called to do it, because you felt called to make a better decision for yourself, a healthier decision for yourself, that should speak for itself. If anyone wants to read into that as a personal slight, that tells you how much they're battling with their own insecurities. Okay? That's not about you. That's not your fight. You just highlighted it within them so they could see it. And so you could see it. Okay. Be proud of how much you've grown. And when Spirit brings all these things back around to smack you in the face with, remember when you did that, or remember when you were associated with that person, and remember when you were in that place, and look at you now. Happier, healthier, freer, maybe it's not perfect, but you feel this sense of being in alignment and on the right path to getting to where you're trying to be. All because you decided you wanted to smile more. Okay. I want to pull some cards and then, hello, welcome in everyone. And then we're going to get into the Reiki prayer candle. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, Dan, welcome in. If you have a chance to check this out at a later time, then you'll probably really enjoy this message. Okay. I feel like, yeah, okay, that's another thing too. Then we have to come back to the frustration, because some of y'all are getting pissed off. I don't know what that's about, but we're going to tap into it, okay? It's like frustration over the little things. We've got to make it apparent. Let's bring it up so we can look at it, okay? Yeah, some of you guys are not clearing your energy enough. Especially when you're sensitive, it has to be a regular practice. It can't just be like every few days you clear your home, every couple weeks you cleanse your crystals. No. It has to be more than that. Okay. Okay, so a lot of the frustration, that's echoing a message I channeled maybe a couple weeks ago. The first card out was the Turtle Spirit, number 62. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, well, you don't have to use sage. You can use cinnamon bark. You can use rosemary. You can use cedar. Please do some research, because sage is only one very specific way of cleansing your energy and cleansing your space. Incense is magical as well. So even what's it called? Diffusing essential oils. So a lot of this frustration is coming from impatience. So every moment that you're finding yourself with a wrench thrown into things, it's spirit saying, hey, slow down. Okay, I told y'all I wasn't in a mood today. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Lisa. And I feel like this is you too. It's like not the time for people to be fucking around with your boundaries. Like, it is not. It is not. Not that. Yeah, the bear spirit's like, chill. Yup. So then we have number 30, the grasshopper spirit. Take a leap of faith. Brown bear spirit. Number 9, take time out. I just love the peace that the bear spirit brings. Just like, Oh my gosh. I was just talking about this in another video that I did, wasn't I? Spirit saying, halt. That if you're finding that you keep encountering roadblock after distraction after wrench after distraction after wrench, that's a time for you to be redirecting your energy to something else that isn't going to keep clapping back at you like that. Like yesterday when I was trying to do my collective video and upload it in the morning, and then there were all these distractions. I was getting so frustrated. I was like, ah. And then Spirit was like, hey, remember that thing that we showed you that you should be doing right now that you're not doing? Hey, go do that. And then I did the video a few hours later, and it was so articulate. It came through so clearly. I was so pleased. You cannot underestimate the power of alignment and not doing things the way that you expect to have them done. So I feel like there's finally the Sandpiper Spirit, Be Playful, number 51. It's really an ask from Spirit to you right now to take a deep breath, redirect, and focus on something that doesn't make you want to scream and rip your hair out, okay? I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's the end of Aries season. We get it. We get it. And when you surrender timelines for the pace of things needing to be done a certain way in a certain time frame, at least as much as you possibly can. Some of you are working with other people's time and their sort of deadlines, their timetables. Don't be afraid to do the thing that doesn't make sense to your mind, but that your intuition is calling you to do, because that's going to put you very, very much in alignment with everything that you need to get done in the energy that will make you happy to do it. Because if you're not in a happy, aligned energy trying to do the thing, it's just going to spiral and you're going to get frustrated. So please save yourself the angst, save yourself the lack of peace and frustration by allowing yourself to pause, to do something that's lighthearted. Maybe some of you might think that being playful is frivolous, or that it's irresponsible to not do your work first and then play later. But if your body and your mind are not in an energy where things are coming easily and flowing naturally for you, it's not going to be advantageous for you to force that. Flow can't be forced. Flow is encouraged, it is stepped into, it is aligned with, but it cannot be forced. Okay? So if you feel like you're forcing things, that's a time to ease up the gas pedal, okay? I want to pull some more cards. What else do you need to know? Oh, and if other people have expectations for how you're supposed to be using your time, I'm just going to urge you to ignore them. Disregard judgment from people that don't have the same values as you. Okay? Getting messages now from my... Oh, yeah. Some of you, if you're not responding to messages, please respond to messages when you remember to. Because when you forget things and they come back into your firmament, that's a message from your guides being like, hey, don't forget about this. Hey, don't forget about this thing. Oh, that's also going, the inverse of this is true. If you're trying to do something productive and you're not able to align with your flow state and it feels very forced, do something that's playful and creative and helps you decompress. On the other hand, if you're needing to get something work-related finished, but you're feeling kind of drained and bored doing something that is quote unquote a distraction. We'll just use that word for the purposes of this message. You'll need to shift out of that energy of sluggishness and do the thing, because you're going to feel more energized doing the work that you are called to do. So, okay, awesome. I love this. Okay, so the first card was 35, give life to your dreams. 26, remember your magic. Number 5, mind your business, stay present. Number 7, keep things clean and simple. And finally, number 32, you are at the edge of a breakthrough. I love this. This feels like such a good spread. Yeah, because being present means following your flow, following your alignment. And I feel like a lot of you are receiving very deep heart chakra activation, so you can be more attuned to what it is that is in alignment for you and what's not, what you're meant to be doing moment by moment. And so I feel like some of you are holding on to, again, I'm feeling this tension. Maybe it's in your neck or your shoulders or your upper back. It's very tense. There's a lot of angst here. And I feel like you're on edge more than you might realize. And Spirit needs you to be not bottling things up anymore. Some of you need to be journaling. Some of you need to be praying, so that you can find where the source of your discomfort is, so that you can take action to address that. So give life to your dreams. Remember your magic. Mind your business and stay present. Keep things clean and simple, and you're at the edge of a breakthrough. This is your reminder that your breakthrough is actually going to happen one step at a time. It's not just one giant buildup and then you're blasting off. It's actually one step at a time. Energetically, it might feel like that, but as you commit to being present, being grounded, taking things literally moment by moment and taking the pressure off. Thank you, Spirit. You got to take the pressure off, fam. You got to take the pressure off yourself. Because some of you are holding yourself to standards that are too high. You're holding your work ethic to a version of you that was less sensitive. You're holding your standards and expectations to a version of you that doesn't exist yet, or to a version of however other people perceive you and expect you to be. So please take the pressure off. Release the tension and release the weight of everyone else's, because I feel like all of this is coming up because you're ready to like just tell everyone to F off. And maybe you do need to tell people to back off and give you your space so you can do what you need to do. That's fine. Just don't communicate it in a rude way. Or you can even say like, hey, you're in an energy right now where you can say like, oh my God, I'm about to like get so pissed off and I'm not angry at you. I just am feeling really triggered. I gotta go decompress. So you can just verbalize that. So not only are you getting super frustrated, you're learning how to get into the flow state, but you're learning how to communicate your feelings. You're learning how to communicate your feelings, okay? There are people that will waste your time. Okay? Your time is precious. So don't waste your time. And I'm not saying that so you'll just start putting everyone in your immediate circle under a microscope and under binoculars to be like, ooh, are you gonna waste my time? Are you gonna waste my time? It's not about that. It's about you being clear about knowing what you need in order to stay balanced and in alignment. Okay? So as you're starting to develop these new languages for communication, as you're starting to develop these sensitivities of understanding what you're feeling so that you can communicate what you need in order to come back to balance. So please be patient with yourself, because this is a brand new way of being for you. Learning how to effectively communicate your needs and your desires moment by moment according to how you're feeling and how you need to feel in order to get back into alignment. So just give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. And some of you, I think, okay, thank you. Some of you are getting really annoyed because you feel like all Spirit's doing right now is making you rest and reset and recover. And you're like, well, what even is that from? What is that for? It's because when you are healing your nervous system, you require a lot of rest to rebalance and reset. Okay? So it's not abnormal. It might feel like you're going crazy because you can't get out of bed. You need the rest. Your adrenals are shot. You need the rest. Okay? Breathe. Take time out. The best medicine for you right now is grounding and taking time to allow. Just allow. Just sit with that word. Just sit with that word, because I feel like so many of you are getting annoyed with yourself for not being able to do more. But Spirit's not asking you to do more. That's the unrealistic expectations from your conditioning that's trying to get you to do more than is actually possible. Not everyone is built for the runaround, okay? Especially light workers, especially sensitive people, not built for it. Why are you gonna beat yourself up for not doing things the way that societies expect you to, or that culturally you're demanded to? You weren't here to fit the mold. You are here to have your own mold, okay? So please take the pressure off, because some of you are stepping into things that have never been done before. Not just by you, but just have never been done before. Breathe. Breathe. There's no exact science to this, which is why this becomes a moment by moment creation of your life. Keep things simple. Overly simple, because your nervous system needs simplicity in order to feel safe. Okay? I feel like that's the message. Is there anything else, Spirit? Okay, yeah. Why do you feel like there's a ticking clock? Why do you feel like you're already running out of time? Some of you, God's given you years, decades back onto your life, because you've been falling into alignment. You've been trusting and surrendering. So please, just breathe. All right. Yeah, Lisa dropped the link. Thank you. To book with me if you're interested in a reading to go deeper into what you need to be doing right now and what messages your spirit guides and ancestors, depending on who comes through, has for you. The link is right in the chat and also in the description box below. Yeah, they're saying that's the message. All right, I'm gonna go grab the candle. It's time for our Reiki prayer candle, everyone. I'm gonna, just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Ta-da. Okay. Shout out to everyone. Collective, you rock. You guys are doing great. And I want to thank everyone for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Okay, Spirit. Let's make this work, please. Okay. Now, I know everyone here loves to add their prayers here into this candle. You're always welcome to join me, light your own candle. And I will charge all of them with Reiki, and I'll connect them all. So across the grid, they're beaming Reiki into Gaia and out to everyone who needs it. All right, a little more coffee, a little more go juice, then we're good. Okay. So anyone who would like to add prayers, silent prayers, or your intentions, if you just want to throw your hearts in here into the chat. I'm going to go ahead and charge this candle. And connecting it with any other candles which are also being prepared at this time to join this one. I set the intention always that whenever people add prayers to the candles on these live streams, that they are contributed to and added to the next candle that is lit in real time. If people comment on this video and it's still burning here in my space-time, then those prayers will be added to this candle. It's just whichever candle is burning in real time. And if there's a gap in between and it's sometime in the middle of the week, then it's always into the next candle. All right. Call upon the Kundalini Reiki system to charge this candle for the highest good of all, with as much energy as it can handle. I offer this candle first and foremost to the source of everything, the Creator, Mother, Father, God, and to the earth, to Gaia, to the grid, to Cryon, that this light and this love, these healing prayers, this healing, positive, powerful energy is sent where it's most needed across Earth at this time. Let this light be used to remind everyone of the power of their intentions, the power of their love, and the power of their own innate healing capacities. Let this awaken all who are ready to deeper awarenesses of truths that will set them free. and allow the transformation of self-sabotaging habits to be easy, be seamless. Remind people how easy it is to step into the flow state, to follow what is in alignment, even if it doesn't make sense conventionally. I offer this healing, loving energy to victims of war crimes, of human trafficking, their families, the families who are grieving loved ones who have been kidnapped. I pray for the farmers who are underpaid and overworked. I pray for those struggling to free themselves from abusive situations. May they find the inspiration and the power within and the resources available to them that can help them through and make it to safety. I pray that this candle is available to the star beings as well, as a beacon of light, as a green light to contribute and help transmute, help to reconnect as many who are open as possible. I ask that the unassigned angels who are available and ready with this weekly candle to assist where their services are most needed, especially as it pertains to healing the heart, healing the body, and healing the mind. I pray that everyone on earth who is open to miracles be reminded that they are easy and abundant. Help free everyone who is struggling to overcome addiction. Help free everyone who is struggling to overcome codependency. May people be reminded of the power of the light within. Please heal the animals and send your loving light and protection to the souls of those animals that are harmed and endangered. Please heal the forests. And all members of the plant kingdom that are open to receiving some of this light energy, some of these light codes. And I ask my spirit team and my ancestors if there's anything that I missed and you'd like to add to these intentions, you please do so. I offer this to my ancestors and to my spirit team in gratitude and in love. And for those of you who wanted to add your prayers, I will go ahead and read those now, but I'm praying for the collective to remember the abundance within. Jolyn is sending positive vibes. Deirdre's sending a prayer for peace and clear inner guidance for all. Chrissy Lou prays that everyone finds the space, resources, and support to heal. It's beautiful. Mahima prays that we can all stay and remember to stay in the light of divine power and knowledge. And anyone who's sent some personal prayers, some silent intentions into these candles, they are heard. Your prayers are heard by the divine, by your spirit team. All right, Spirit's asking me to go ahead and light the candle. All my love to you, collective. I pray you have a beautiful weekend. Thank you for being flexible with the timing of this message today. I'm on the road, so as you know, things can kind of get flopped around and turned upside down. So I'm happy I could still be here to spend this moment with you all. All right, fam. You know I love you. If you are interested in booking a Reiki healing session with me or a reading, please check out the link in the description box below. I am constantly updating the things that I'm offering there because Spirit keeps having me curate specific types of sessions. So we've got a chakra cleanse and reset. We've got a cord cutting ceremony coupled with a dark magic clearing. Then we've got past life regression and healing. We've got your set intention for a Reiki session. We've also got exposure therapy Reiki and Reiki for PTSD. So all of these sessions are unique in the way that the energy comes through and the way that your energy bodies are prepared prior to meeting with me. So please just take a look at that if you've been feeling called, like you need a Reiki session or you're ready to start moving through some energy. Please check out the links in the description box and go through all of that to see what resonates with you. Deanna Might says, may our light heal all of the universe, for our kingdom is and always here to stay, never to go away. Godspeed. God bless. All right. I will see you all very soon. Take care, fam. Till the next one. All my love. Bye, collective.